appreciate y'all for pausing your life to play this video. It's your first time to the channel. I appreciate you for pausing your life to play this video. So for y'all that don't know, retinitis is a slow process. It's a slow process. It happens over time. Your vision decreases probably every 5 to 8 years or something like that. But that's just for people that ain't never seen none of my videos. With that being said, I did work. I've worked before. I've had several jobs, but my favorite job and my most notable job is me working at Home Depot for about like 3.5 to 4 years. And the reason why I had to give up that job is because I got an eye infection. I got an eye infection at that job, and my vision started decreasing at a more rapid pace. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is, if you're a visually impaired person, because I've been there, if you're a visually impaired person working your way slowly to blindness, I know what it feels like to hide your disability because for one reason or another. So to those people that's having a slow decline into blindness and you're still trying to fit in with the sighted world, this video is mostly for you. And then it's just a pun intended. It's just an eye opener. You know what I mean? Never judge a book by its cover, and be careful what you say, because words is powerful, bro. Anyway, so I'm working at Home Depot, and at this time, I had a cool co-worker named Taylor. Shout out to Taylor. I don't know where she at right now, but hopefully she do check the video out. Shout out to Taylor. So I'm chopping it up with her. At Home Depot, I held lot loader position. So what that entails me to do is, if somebody need help loading up their stuff, they call me. If somebody need a card or something, they call me. Clear up the parking lot at night. I'm doing all the basic stuff, the basic everyday stuff. So I'm chopping it up with Taylor. I'm chopping it up with Taylor at the checkout counter. I'm like leaning over the counter, chopping it up with her. I get a call, somebody needs some help. So I say, all right, Taylor, let me go handle this business. So I go handle my business. I turn around. As I'm turning around, remind you, my vision is already at a decline at this point. At this point, I have no peripheral. And when I got hired at Home Depot, I informed my boss about my vision disability. And that's very important for the blind community that is out there working, because it is a lot of blind people that's working. So for the blind people that's working or attempting to get a job, make sure you let your employer know your situation, because that's very important. If I wouldn't have let my employer know about my situation, this situation could have ended up wrong. So at this time, I didn't have no peripheral. I had a little more than what I got now, a lot more than what I got now. But I didn't have no peripheral, and my central vision was slowly closing in. So I turn around, I get the call, I turn around, and as I'm turning around, because I'm in a rush now, I got a call. As I'm turning around, my hand hits somebody. You know what I mean? It hits somebody, and it's not like when it was contact, I held it there. You know what I mean? When I realized I hit a person, because I'm on the move, I didn't even pay attention to what type of gender the person was. When I turned around and I hit the person, I made a whole 180 because the door was damn near behind me. I'm talking to the counter as I'm talking to the camera, and I'm turning around and I hit the person, and I keep turning because the door is that way. So once I hit the person, I say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." You know what I mean? I didn't see you there, and I kept it pushing. So I go out there and I handle my business, and I go back and I chop it up with Taylor, and Taylor that lady was kind of talking stuff. I say, "What you mean?" And as she's trying to tell me what she heard, I say, first of all, I say, what lady? She said, you hit somebody on your way out. I say, it was a lady? She said, yeah. So in the midst of her telling me that, my boss is coming up. You know what I mean? My boss, he get my attention. He like, can you follow me? So he take me back there to the office, and he like, man, I just got a complaint from a lady. She say that you groped her in front of her husband and in front of her 6-year-old daughter. You know what I mean? He can see my facial expression. As soon as that last word of that sentence came out, he seen my facial expression. And at this point, I've been working here 2.5 years, 3 years. You know what I mean? Shortly after this is when I got the eye infection. So when he tells me this, my face obviously twisted up. I say, sir, can you please repeat that? And he repeated exactly what he told me. And after he repeated it the second time, he said, the police is on their way up here. I say, the police? I say, man, you know me. I say, you know the type of worker I am, and you know what type of situation I have as far as being in a relationship and my vision situation. I say, you know my character. You know how I present myself every day. I say, wooty woo, do you honestly believe I did that? I say, do you honestly believe I would grope a woman in front of her husband and in front of her daughter? He say, no. He say, that's why I was so shocked when she told me. He say, but I have to call the laws and I have to check the cameras. He said, you gotta wait right here. I said, man, go check them cameras, bro. I say, hurry up and check the cameras. So he go and check the cameras, and 2 police officers come in. It was a male and it was a female. The female, she really ain't have no interaction with me. It was mostly the male. The male come in and he like he spit the thing to me, and I say the whole thing back to him. Mind you, my manager, he's still checking the cameras, so he haven't talked to the police haven't talked to the manager yet. So I'm telling him exactly what I told the manager, and he like, well, give me your name. And at this time, I was going by my birth name. So, I mean, at this time, I was going by my name, which is Montrell Reed. I was going by Montrell Reed. So I gave him that name. He come back. He like, I didn't find no record under that name. He say, are you lying to me? Are you giving me a false identification? I say, no, I'm not giving you a false identification. That is my current name. I say, but the name the name that they gave me at birth is different. So I give him that name, and he comes back, and he like, I still can't find anything. I can't find a record. I'm like, and the way that he said it, it kind of threw me off. He like, I can't find a record. I'm like, why do you sound so shocked? He say, because you're a young 20-something-year-old black man and you don't have a record. I say, sir, am I supposed to have a record? And then at that time, he didn't even answer me. At that time, my boss comes back in and he calls the laws out. And I'm assuming he shows the laws the video. But when he come back in, he tell me, wooty woo, the way that you described it to the T is what happened. I'm like, I know that's what happened. I say, I don't know what this woman problem is. Maybe she was trying to come up real quick. I say, but I know. That's why I told you to go check the cameras. I say, man, so my energy, you know what I mean? I don't hide my emotions. Especially when the person is when a person upset me, you gonna know you upset me, just straight like that. So this whole situation had me upset. This happened about like, I want to say about an hour or two into my shift. Shit, I had a whole 8-9 hour shift. So he tell me, he say, you know what I mean? After he say, you know, I'm so sorry. He apologized because of the so much disrespect that was thrown on my name. He apologized, and he told me, he said, man, he said, just take the rest of the day off. I can see that you're physically messed up behind this. Just take the rest of the day off. I say, does this mean I'm fired or something? He was like, no, 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 no. He said, I just really need you to clear your mind. You know what I mean? Because this is this. I say, okay, all right. Man, I took that whole weekend off. That happened like a Thursday. I ain't go back to that Monday. And he couldn't do nothing but accept it. You know what I mean? I felt so played, man. I felt so played and I felt so disrespected. What is the lawyer term? Defamation of character. That's exactly what that was. I know what that feels like. And if I would have never told my boss when I first got hired that I have a visual problem, a visual issue, and it is gonna get worse, you know what I mean? That situation could have ended up a totally different way. I could have came up on sexual assault charges just because some lady wanted to make a lick on Home Depot. You know what I mean? So hopefully this reaches somebody that needs to hear it. You know what I mean? Home Depot, I love Home Depot. You know what I mean? I hold them down to this day. Anybody say, hey, I need some lumber, I need some that, man, go to Home Depot. I don't even work for them no more. You know what I mean? They did me so good. You know what I mean? So I showed them, they don't even know. But yeah. No, I don't go to Lowe's, go to Home Depot. And I ain't never been to Lowe's. Lowe's ain't never did me wrong, but Home Depot just did me so good, you know. But the point of me telling y'all this long story is be upfront. You know what I mean? It doesn't help nobody to hide the truth. You know what I mean? That goes to sighted people. This statement right here is not just for blind people. If you hiding something, bro, if you hiding something, sis, that don't help nobody, fam. That don't help nobody, bro. So just come. If you be truthful with somebody, they'll respect you a whole lot more than you hiding something and they consider it to be a lie. You know what I mean? Because that's what hiding gonna end up being. Oh, you was lying to me, which is two separate things, but that's how people think. I appreciate you for pausing your life to play this video. I hope y'all been on the page because I'm trying to do, different stuff. Um, I'm slow to trend, so y'all gotta forgive me on that. Y'all won't, unless y'all request me to do some of these challenges, because I hear the challenges out there right now. It's a one chip challenge. Man, they say this chip is black. Why is y'all out there eating black? Anyways, if it's a black chip, that must spawn straight from hell. That's a hell chip. They might as well name that the hell chip challenge. But so I'm starting to do shorts. You know what I mean? So y'all check out my shorts. Little goofy stuff. Little serious stuff. Just a little bit more content. Please share. Please like, subscribe. Holla at your kid. You know what I mean? Holla at your boy. Holla at your cave. You know what I mean? This is the one-eyed wonder that got you wondering how I do the things I do. Till next time, keep it positive, keep it forward, keep it safe. Read the shirt. If y'all can't read it, my shirt say, I can't see. I just make blind look good. And I stand by that. You know what I mean? So I'm out here making blind look good. Y'all meet me there.